Hi, Flosstube. This is Angel from The Elegant Thread, and I believe this is number 5. So hey, woohoo, 5. I wanted to share with you a finish, so I'm very excited. That's why I'm doing this Flosstube today, and I also promised a couple of things. So first I want to tell you what I finished. I was working on the Sweetheart Tree Bumblebee Biscornu. Here we go. And I finished it! There it is. Isn't it cool? It's my first time doing a Biscornu. So this was really interesting, the stitching and how it goes together. And these little guys, these little bumblebee dudes are over 1 and they're adorable. So here he is. Very exciting, very exciting. That's my finish. And let's see. I want to talk about a sal, my first sal that I'm participating in. I was stitching Matter's Choice for Quirks and Stitches, Jen Lee, her birthday. I started Matter's Choice, that's this one, on a old piece of linen I kind of had laying around in my stash. So I started it, and this is how it's coming out. However, the fabric, I'm not sure about the size, and I was really fretting about the openness of, I don't know if even you can see it. You can kind of see, okay, it doesn't look like you can see that bad on the camera, but I'm telling you, you can kind of see through the stitches. And this is kind of a loosey-goosey, you know, very transparent linen. I don't really know the count. One of the ladies at my LNS said perhaps it's a 32. I'm just not happy with it, is the bottom line. And I was stitching along and made pretty good progress. This is the smaller one, this guy here. But I decided after talking to her, I don't like it. And I even tried, she said, so it's with 1 thread over 2. She said, why don't you go over one of the birds with another thread and see if you like it over 2. So I did, and it looked all bunched up and terrible. So I took out that 2nd thread, and it's down to just over 1. No, don't like it. This is only the 2nd time in my whole life I am chucking something and starting over. So, okay. Sorry, Jen Lee. Age doesn't matter, Sal. I'm gonna start over. So she found me a 40 count piece of, I believe it's Belgian linen. Oh dear, I should have kept it. Here we go. Yes, it's lamb's wool, Belgian linen, and oh my God. Oh, sorry. It helps if the bird is flying correctly and not drunk. I am so much happier with this. 40 count, lamb's wool it is, and it stitches like a dream. And the 1 floss over 2 fills in nicely, and it lays nicely, and it's beautiful, and I can stitch in hand. It's a little bit firmer. Yeah, much happier. So I did start over, but on the flip side, I started the big one. So Jen, happy birthday! Age doesn't matter, Sal. Here it is. I'm joining in, starting all over. Isn't that weird? But I was going to chuck this in the trash. And then the ladies at my stitching group on Wednesdays said, oh, heck no, girl. Do not throw anything away. Really? What am I going to do with it? So, hey, if somebody wants this thing and you want to finish it, have at it. Tell me in the comments if you want it. I will send it to you, and you can keep it. You can use this for ornaments. I don't know. You can do whatever the heck you want with it. Otherwise, it's going in the old, you know, recycling bin known as the trash. So here it is. Take another look. Free to a good home. There you go. If you want it, tell me. The old Matter's Choice, please give it to me. Message me, and I will give it to you. While I was at my stitching group on Wednesday, someone brought in a big bag of fabric just to get away. They were cleaning out, and knowing that I make project bags. So, oh dear, she brought it with me. There's a whole bunch of it. I told her I will use what I can, and then what I can't use, I will share with people. So, hey, anybody want this pile? I'm not saying these things are very modern, but I did go through and kind of trim off all the nasty strings that were hanging off of it and folded it. This is it. I mean, in here there is kind of a, I don't know, folksy, Christmassy one and some blues and browns. I don't know. If you would like this pile, I'll mail it to you. I'll spend all, what, $8 or $10 to mail it to you, and you can have it. So, tell me in the comments what you want to use it for. First person that says, I would like this, can have it. If there's only like one person. If there's more than that, then I'll just pick somebody randomly. But it's not really a giveaway. It's just, I just want to share. I told her I would use what I can. I took a few pieces, and then I'd like to share the rest. And all of the people in my LNS, in my Wednesday group, already have some. So, ta-da! Big stack of fabric for somebody who wants it. I mean, this other one, this is kind of nice, this one. I kind of like that one. Anywho, here you go. Bye-bye. Okay, last time, or right before I left, I said there were a couple things I would show you. I mentioned a Quaker book, Quaker Samplers, and here it is. It's the Quaker Schoolgirl Samplers from Ackworth. This is like one of my favorite books ever. If you haven't seen it, oh my gosh, you should look it up. It's all about the history of the samplers from the Ackworth School, and they are amazing. And this, I think, started my love of Quaker samplers. And inside the cover of the book, this is one of the samplers that's featured. They give you the patterns. Woo! So there you go. That's all you can see of it because you're not supposed to share patterns. But there you go. I mean, it's huge. How are you gonna stitch? This is only folded in half. How are you gonna stitch off that? Tell me that. Riddle me that, Batman. How in the world would you actually use it? Use that pattern to stitch? I don't know. But I'd like to try. Yeah, so that's in my like bucket list of life, is to stitch one of these Ackworth School samplers. Oh gosh, they're gorgeous. And it talks all about the history of them, and it's just a great read. So I talked about, hey, big stitching projects. Tell me, what is your biggest finish ever? And do you have a whip? What's your biggest whip? Okay. So I went through my trusty little cards, and I found the biggest one I've ever done. It was The Marriage of the Minds by The Drawn Thread. And interestingly enough, before I show it to you, it's on a light olive 32 count linen. I started it in May of 2006. So it's an older one, when I was 4. And then I finished it in November of 2007. So I made a little note at the bottom. I ordered the entire kit from The Drawn Thread. And the original linen that I ordered from The Drawn Thread was 3 inches too short. Yeah. So that's a bugger, right? So I started over. And I found a comparable linen locally at my LNS, and that's why it's olive color, and it's different from the actual pattern that's in a lighter linen, because I had to start over because what they sent me was too short. That's terrible. And here it is. Dun 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 dun. The thing's like 3 feet long. I mean, it's really long. Yeah, so, I mean, it took me what? A little over a year. And it was a dream to stitch. I loved it. So, you know, all the grass, there you go. The issues I did have with it were these trees. These trees are all specialty stitches, and I did have to do a little frogging and redoing of a few of them, but man, they came out really great. And the little cranes that are in there, and the saying, and then this part with the like the clouds and the sun. Oh, it's amazing. And the house. Oh yeah, that's gorgeous. With the trees. And then it goes down to the bottom with all of that, and then the base. So it's amazing. As you can see, it's not framed because like I said, I'm a person who keeps things on rolls. I don't frame a whole lot. I keep it on rolls. I keep, when the paper towels are done, I grab the rolls, and that's what I use. So that's my biggest finish, and sadly it's not framed. I do have a work in progress that is stinking huge. I haven't pulled this thing out and I don't even know how long, because, oh gosh, I can only imagine when I started it. Oh my goodness, let me see if I have the page. Oh man, I mean, it's so thick. It's a book. It's an absolute book. Okay, it's called A Woman's Garden Band Sampler, and it's Catherine Theron from Theron Traditions. I don't even know if she still does any designing. I haven't heard that name in a while. If you have something by her, let me know if she's still out there. I tried to Google her and I couldn't really find anything. I guess she teaches some things, but I haven't seen her around. But I will show you what the pattern looks like. Bear with me. Okay, here's the top of it, the top page. Here's the bottom page. That's what it will look like when it's done. Another one it's stinking huge is what it is. It's stinking huge. So this, oh my gosh. There it is. I went to a retreat in Williamsburg. Let me see, here we go. It was called A Gathering of Embroiderers in Williamsburg. I think it was the December one in 2011. So I've had this since 2011, and it's still a whip because I got to a point where the lettering, you have to pierce the threads. It's mind-numbing is what it is. It's mind-numbing. So did I take it out? Oh, I did. And it's embarrassing where I am since 2011. You think I'd be further. Here it is. This is where I am. Yeah. And down here you can see where you have to pierce the thread. So you go through a hole, then you pierce the thread. Then you go through a hole. And it's like a satin stitch, but I think it's probably filthy even. I mean, oh my God, it's since 2011. It's been hanging around for I don't know how long. And it's going to be huge when it's done. But there it is. That's my oldest whip. So, nice to talk to you. And I hope you enjoyed my little Biscornu. Yay! For me. And I can't wait to see what everybody's doing. I've been watching lots of Flosstube. I've been taking notes. So let me check my notes and tell you who I've been watching. Because I have to write it down. It's crazy. So I've been watching Valerie Stitching in the Barn. She is going to StitchCon. Listen, I couldn't get into StitchCon because I'm not one of the cool kids. I guess I just didn't get in fast enough. But maybe next year. Oh my God, that sampler that she showed, check her out. I'll put it down below in the notes. Wow. So that's Valerie from Stitching in the Barn. And Shirl from Tranquil Stitches. I just love her. I feel like she's a big warm hug every time I watch her. And she had a really great Flosstube all about markets. So that was really great. And so did, oh gosh, she's a designer, Kogut, I think is her last name. anyway, she did a really great video too. Addictive, so grateful. Oh my gosh, I love that lady. I absolutely adore her. And she is wicked creative. And that cedar closet sachet, hello, wow. I mean, how creative to save the bags from your tulip bulbs to make so that the cedar can come through. Girl, you are wonderful. I love that. Salt box stitcher, Carol, she referred to these kinds of things as vintage projects. So I think, yes, it is a vintage project. And I also watched a new person, Cynthia Brews. Okay, this woman's only been stitching 7 months. OMG, right? So her first project was Sunflower Manor. Okay, it would take me longer than 7 months to stitch it. It would take me 17 years. I don't even know, because wow, the thing was huge and beautiful. And then she chooses her own colors now. She's like on her second project. She's already choosing her own colorways. Wow. She dyes her own fabrics. She has, I don't know how many pieces in works, and they're all really huge. What? Girl, I have a piece that I've been stitching since 2011 that I'm not done with. You just saw. And you've only been stitching for 7 months, and you have all these pieces. That's amazing. Welcome. And you are a superstar already. So, wow. Thank you for sharing. That was fantastic. I don't even dye my own linen. No, I buy it, but I do make project bags. And then I've also watched Pretty Southern. Okay, very funny. So kept me laughing, and I will link everybody below. And it was great to see everybody. It's great to share, and let me know what you're working on. See you next time.